whether it's the agribusiness that Alicia and Dennis just described, whether it's nanotech that Larry was talking about, or high-tech manufacturing, one key common theme is workforce. The Mohawk Valley REDC is focused on providing the residents here in our region with the skills to seize these jobs, stay in the Mohawk Valley, and thrive in the Mohawk Valley. So behind me, you see a map with two sort of nanotech anchors, sort of Albany's established presence in the east, and this emerging presence of Utica in the west. And really you're starting to see the impact of some of the Mohawk Valley RDC's initial investment already. You're seeing it with the Nano Utica partnership, you're seeing it with more interest in the region, you're seeing it with the interest generating with the Marcy Nano Center right across the street from SUNY IT. This is essentially the manifestation, the realization of some of those little silicon wafers you saw earlier today at Fulton Montgomery. You all may have missed it. Starting from the small wafers from when I was younger, a long time ago, and the giant wafers working on now. And what we have the opportunity here to do in Utica is work on that transition of those wafers from the big sheets of silicon into devices like this. And this is where the jobs are. So the communities between these hubs, between Utica, between Albany, and Amsterdam is a perfect example, are well positioned to provide this workforce and high quality of life that these high-paying jobs will support and frankly that they demand. And as important, the anchors that exist here are not only anchors for the jobs, they're anchors for the training. We have facilities that are open at Albany Nanotech. We have facilities that are open. The Nano Utica facility will be open to do this training for students. And we will combine that with the powers of our community colleges. The laboratories, for example, we saw at Fulton Montgomery, the laboratories at Mohawk Valley Community College. We have a built-in network to bring people in, to expand it out to groups that really aren't represented in this type of workforce. Bring them in, give them these opportunities. So with that, and with those type of opportunities, I think it's a perfect setup to introduce Dr. Randall VanWagoner to tell you how the Mohawk Valley REDC is fueling our region's growth by providing our most critical resource, that is our people, with the nanotech, agribusiness, and entrepreneurial skills they need to succeed.
Thank you. I'd like to begin by saying that the REDC process has provided a mechanism for the Mohawk Valley to think more broadly about its workforce and change the collective mindset from scarcity to abundance by inspiring and focusing more collaborative and aggressive workforce developments here. Just a few examples include the MVCC Cyber Jobs Program, which was a $2.8 million federally funded community-based job training grant with 40 partners in the cyber community that trained more than 2,500 students over the past 3 years. The Fulton Montgomery Community College Clean Room Facility and curriculum is a strategic fit between those two nano anchors of Tech Valley. The $200,000 NASA-funded project has spurred a 50% increase in enrollment in the electrical tech program. It was modeled after Global Foundries, which has then created a direct employment pipeline to Malta and provides a world-class opportunity in a rural setting. The SUNY Cobleskill College of Agriculture and Technology has a new $42 million Center for Agriculture and Natural Resources with a 700-acre working farm and a 200-cow working dairy for 2,500 students each year that provides direct support for FIA and the expanding agribusiness industry. SUNY Oneonta is one of 18 SUNY Works campuses connecting students and businesses and nonprofits through credit-bearing internships and placements. The abundance mindset that's developing here in the region is also helping to strengthen the educational and workforce development pipeline. The Greater Mohawk Valley STEM Hub is advancing the governor's vision by helping launch the OHM BOCES Round 3 Priority Project with a K-8 focus that covers 3 regions and 65 school districts. Career camps and Lego robotics competitions at colleges in the region are aimed at sparking interest in the STEM fields for our youth and are funded through several collaborative grant and private donation funding streams. And countless training programs for unemployed and underemployed adults looking for skill upgrades or career changes are helping to fill workforce gaps. The rich diversity of this region has developed a robust opportunity agenda response with 43 different languages spoken in the Utica City School District alone. The region is rallying to embrace and integrate our newcomers in numerous ways. The Young Scholars Program at Utica College is a priority project that transforms the lives of underserved youth, with over 900 students impacted to date, 351 currently enrolled students in grades 7 through 12, and a 93% graduation rate for young scholars. The Community Sandbox is connecting area colleges to replicate the proven model of the Syracuse Tech Garden to support entrepreneurs and business startups. And with support of the REDC, we are working to provide a similar experience specifically to existing refugees and minority-owned businesses to provide them the necessary coaching and access to capital that they need to take their businesses to the next level. Another example of using the REDC process as inspiration to pursue alternative funding is the Educational Opportunity Center in Utica, a partnership between Mohawk Valley Community College and the Utica Municipal Housing Authority. As one of only 4 federally funded EOCs in New York State, this program annually serves more than 1,000 individuals who are low income and first generation college going. Utica also received a replication grant with On Point for College, which is a program serving homeless and underserved individuals ages 16 to 24. These examples are just part of the strategic support system that has been developed in this region to assist low-income, first-generation college populations, as well as thousands of refugees and other newcomers in preparing to actively participate in the emerging prosperity of the Mohawk Valley. The region is also creating pathways to innovation by strengthening our regional R&D capacity, increasing the frequency of tech transfer, and establishing entrepreneurial networks. Capitalizing on our existing assets, the Griffiths Institute was identified as the region's incubator and innovation hotspot. As an already established business incubator, the Griffiths Institute is affiliated with 60 colleges and universities and has worked with 70 small businesses, identified 18 potential licenses for commercialization, and has helped launch over 8 startups. And I'd like to close with a great example of the power of the REDC projects and the impact made through investments in workforce training in the Mohawk Valley by telling you about Sandy. After 13 years as a domestic violence survivor, she finally fought back to save herself and her 3 children. You know how it works. The first one to the phone wins. And with her first strike back, her husband made the call. And she spent 2 years in prison for domestic assault. She got divorced, and upon her release, she regained custody of her children, enrolled in the REDC-funded Brownfield training program, and since June has been making more than $30 an hour working on the Utica Arterial Project. With support systems and collaborative networks in place, the Mohawk Valley is seeing the benefits of new training programs, educational pipeline initiatives, and perhaps most importantly, a belief in the renewed prosperity of the region that is helping individuals see a new and abundant future for themselves and their communities. Thank you.
Thanks, Randy, and thanks for sharing that great story. I think all these numbers sometimes get us to lose the person behind it. And that story of Sandy is one of the great success stories of many that are out there.